Welcome back, you guys. It seemed like the response on the last garden video was really good. You guys really enjoyed seeing what we have built so far. And you know, that last video I was just showing you what we have here in the garden, how it's grown. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you what we have been using on the product, like on the products. I'm so used to reviewing fragrances and stuff. I'm gonna show you what we've been using on the garden and give you maybe some tips and stuff like that. Again, this is our first garden. We started this at about the end of April and it's now what, June? The first week of June still. So either way, it hasn't even been 2 months yet that this garden has been done. And I feel like this stuff has gotten just so huge. So if this is your first time starting a garden, or you just are looking for like some tips or something like that, or you just are coming back from the last video, I'll share with you guys what we've been using. If you did not see the last video or haven't seen anything about the garden yet, I'll give you a real quick roundup up close of everything and just show you how it's been going so far. So if you haven't seen any of the other videos, this is the little greenhouse that we've got going on right here. And this is just so you can see how long it is. It is very nice. He built it all by hand by himself. So it is homemade, but it looks very, very good. And now let's get to what's inside of it. Also, he set up a whole watering system that goes through the greenhouse and also runs all the way over here. I'll try to zoom in all the way over there to his potted tomato plants as well, which is really cool. He is an engineer for sure. So over here to the left, we have the squash. This is my favorite part. I do love some squash. Now, if you guys seen the last video, I told you that I trimmed these up because the leaves were just so big that they were shadowing all the fruit and stuff. They could not get enough sun. And it said that if you trim them, it'll put more power towards the fruit and helping them grow and stuff. So I did that. And you can see over here, I mean, this was in the past couple days that all of these have grown. So many little squashes on here. That one is getting absolutely huge. And then down here as well, there's just a bunch of squashes growing on it. And then got a big one back here as well. So they're doing phenomenal. Again, they didn't get sad or get stressed out or anything. These leaves have stayed perky. So I didn't cut too much. I think I did just enough. Over here we have the herbs. All right, I don't know if he's gonna keep these in the pots or if he's gonna put these in the ground somewhere, but either way, looking amazing. Strawberries back here, nothing crazy, more strawberries. On here we have some jalapenos, chili peppers, bell peppers, stuff like that, and they're all growing peppers. They're very small, not too sure why they are so small. I don't know if they get taller or not. Again, this is our first garden, so we're just going with what's going on. And then back here we have some more peppers. Let me see if I can zoom in. See it a little bit back there. And the last thing in here is going to be the tomato plants. Now these tomato plants in the front, if I'm not mistaken, are only seasonal tomato plants. These are not going to last all year or, you know, last until they die. The ones in the back are supposed to be all year tomato plants, which is really cool. I guess they can grow up to like sizes of tomato trees and stuff like that. So really cool. Can't wait to see that. So now I'm going to get to what we've been putting on these plants and been using for nutrients and fertilizer and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is like natural growth, like how big these are supposed to be by this time. Again, not even 2 months. But this is what we got. And if it is average, don't tell me, because I just want to feel proud about it. But let's get to what we've been using. I don't know if you can tell behind me that this side over here, the tomatoes and the peppers, they do have a manure compost over top of the ground, or like on top of the soil or whatever. Now, I don't think that's doing too much besides just keeping the grass at bay and not letting too many weeds come up, because we don't have any, you know, compost manure over here on these, and they're looking absolutely phenomenal. Now, what I think it is, something that we have been using, now this is very disgusting. This is called fish fertilizer from the brand Alaska. So this is what it is. You know, if you want to screenshot that and see what that is. That is apparently everything from the fish that they don't sell in the store. So I guess the head, the eyeballs, the guts, stuff like that. And apparently it makes a really great fertilizer and amazing nutrients for the plants, which I mean, it speaks for itself. So that is one thing that he's been using, as well as the Timberline cow manure and compost soil. So yeah, that is what is going to be on top of these tomatoes and stuff over there if you're looking for a compost manure. Again, I'm not too smart on like the stuff like that. He has been doing research on like how commercial farmers do their crops and stuff like that, because he wants commercial growth. You know, you want to get the most out of your plants when it's only seasonal. You know, if these were to live all year and continuously give us fruit, that'd be one thing. Of course, you'd still want them to be as big as they can get, but you know, if they're only going to live for a certain amount of time, I want as much as I can get from it, you know. Now I can't find what he uses for like the other fertilizer. He actually has like the granule powdered fertilizer that you would put on top of the soil as well, for it to like seep into the soil when you water it or when it rains, but I cannot find it, so I guess he ran out. So this is my time to show you how my cactuses and orange tree are doing. So here you can see my orange tree. I don't know if you can tell how green the top of it is, probably from like right here. It has gotten a lot more green because it is new growth, so she is growing. I did put some fertilizer in here as well, some plant food and stuff. I did not do that when I first got it and repotted it. Don't know why, wasn't thinking about it. So I did that last week. She is good to go. Also repotted my cardon, which I showed you guys. This thing is still soaking wet in here, so it is going to be a while before I have to water that again. Same for this one right here. If you guys did not see this before, this gets about up to 63 feet, you know, at its full potential, and they live up to 300 years as well. So this is going to be something really fun to have for my entire life. You know, even when it gets too big, I can plant it at somewhere where I'm at, and if I move, I'll just take a piece of it and repot it with me, so I can always have a piece of that plant. Think it would be really cool. This right here is called a blue torch cactus. There are 5 in this pot. These get about 20 to 30 something feet, so not as big, but they still do get pretty daggone huge, and I think we're at about 3 feet wide, so something really interesting. I thought my phone was about to fall, sorry. And then my lilies right here as well, which these have already bloomed for the season, unfortunately. Here we've got pumpkins and gourds, and they have gotten absolutely huge as well, so that is going to be really nice. Other than that, that has been the garden. Hopefully that, you know, helped somebody who wants to start their garden. If you haven't heard of fish fertilizer before, I recommend trying it out or looking it up. Apparently that is what commercial, you know, farmers use, he said. That's why he got it. And it seems to be working really well because everything has sprouted insanely. But if y'all enjoyed that, let me know and I'll keep you guys updated on more garden stuff like that. I'm gonna go try to take a shower because I'm hot and nasty. I did weed eat the grass this morning. I got a weed eater yesterday, so, oh, mom's not here, so let me unlock that. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.